Hello Cancer, and welcome to Quarter Moon Tarot channel for your reading. And let's see what's been happening with you so far. We're taking a look at the primary energy, what has been happening with you, and let's see what has come out first. I think I'll just shuffle um, um, the cards a little more, and if you like the reading, Cancer, and if it you see it working for you, do give the video a thumbs up. Yeah, I would really appreciate that. Thank you. And let's start your reading. We have a card for you, Cancer, which is the Hermit. So this is your, we're just discussing your primary energies and what's happened till now. You have been, I think, taking one step at a time, a Cancer. There is and that could have also been the approach, because you have been in some kind of let's say hibernation. You've been a little you've not been very active, rather you have been thinking about things, you've been mulling about what to do, how to do. For some of you it could have been a period of isolation, seclusion, whether you did it out of choice, or whether circumstances were such that you were made to take some time off, so that you could take look at what has been happening, how things are happening, what you are doing, what you are not doing. Basically a time of introspection has been there, and I think slowly you are coming out of that, but only with enough information and knowledge about what you need to do only next. It's not a very long term thing, right? Sometimes things could go a little haywire, a little out of control, a little could have taken unexpected turns. So then we have made to sit back and just take a look at what is the next step, next best step to take. So Cancer, you have been just looking at that and just following through, slowly coming out of that seclusion, as well as following through with those first few steps only. Speaking of which, we have the Fool card. So it is a card of new beginnings. Things have you, like I said, however they were going, I think a relook was required, a new approach is required. For some of you, you've probably realized what is working, what is not working. If something has the potential for changes, you have been thinking about those changes. If you've been thinking of ditching something completely, well, it's a time to start completely new. And for some of you, where you have to whether you're starting anew, or whether you're starting with your bringing in new changes, you need to trust your intuition. You need to trust, have a little bit of faith in the unseen powers to guide you through this process. We have the Sun card. It's a beautiful card to come out in a reading like this, which tells you that whatever lies ahead is going to be really A, it is going to make you very happy. B, it is going to clear up your path the moment you take the first step regarding whatever you need to. Second thing is that it is going to, your path is going to be lit up with the sun coming in any reading, or in every day. It just lights up everything. It shows everything very, very clearly as to what is our path ahead, what are we seeing, what are we doing. Your thought process will clear up. As you do things, more clarity will come, and as more clarity comes, you know what is to be done next. First step, the second step, and the third step. Proceed a little cautiously, Cancer. Here you got your it's an energy which is connected to yours, the water energy. So you would be you would want to move on this path a little cautiously, a little slowly, following it's like how do I put it, you're very, very careful lest you overdo something, right? That is, I think, what I normally get from the Knight of Cups. He's very cautious lest he overdoes it. He expresses himself too much when it comes to a relationship. Such people are, they deliberately hold back. They will deliberately convey things in such a manner that they don't, they give you a hint of things, but they will not tell you the full thing for whatever reason. It's, the energy is such. But here, connecting to yours, whether it's a relationship, any aspect of life, even daily life, whatever is you've been thinking about, mulling about, you would want to proceed with it very cautiously, because you have some, it's with the Five of Wands, this is this card of conflict, and here there are two more cards which are happy to come out, to give us a little guidance for it. We have the King of Cups, yet another card of emotion. Somebody who is who keeps their emotions under check and is always doing the appropriate thing. They have the right feelings in their heart, but they don't let them come out. And the Lovers, for those of you where it is a relationship, I think you will be in conflict with yourself, how much you want to express your feelings to another person. You want to come across in a very mature, responsible manner, but in your heart you're just like, I wish I could say everything I feel like, but you get cautious about it. You get into a little bit of conflict about, should I really express all my feelings? Should I tell the person how I feel? Should I tell them everything I want to tell? That is a kind of conflict which is going on regarding a path you have chosen or regarding a relationship. Whatever it is that you're choosing right now, whatever it is that you want to do right now, Cancer, you're going to be very, very cautious and reserved in your approach. And I think that is going to be a cause of conflict. You want to come across, you want to come across very clearly, openly, honestly. We've got these cards of clarity, new beginnings, Sun. You want things to be very clear. The first step you're taking, you want it to be very clear, but you get into these, and these are all major arcana cards, so the universal energies are such, they're propelling you there. But the problem comes where your own your what you can do, your own free will, your own ability to enact in this situation is one of being reserved, one of being holding back, one of being not saying it completely, and that is what is causing you this conflict of Five of Wands. So that is your situation, Cancer. It's the confusion is all self-created, the conflict is all self-created. It's your own few, I would say, insecurities, emotional insecurities for whatever everyone's past has been, but you do want to be very, very cautious about whatever you are proceeding with. Now let us start with what's coming your way. Whoa. Knight of Wands, oh man, some really fast moving energy, it just wants to rush in. So I think this is your own energy. After a period of conflict, some of you would just want to go ahead, and some of you feel that whatever I feel right now, let me express that immediately. I don't want to wait any longer, I don't want to think about it any longer, because the more I think about it, the more I get into this Five of Wands energy. So you would want to have that approach, that whatever I'm sure of, whatever I'm confident of, and what I'm very clear about, let me just start with that. You have the Two of Pentacles with this, and the Knight of Swords. It's again a card of rushing forward. The Knight of Wands and Knight of Swords are two very impatient energies who want to get started at the moment the idea comes into their mind. And with the Two of Pentacles over here, it is that you would be going back and forth a little, and just for some of you it could be thinking a lot about how you would want to approach the situation, but the energy is such that you are ready and willing to charge ahead with it. Some of you might feel that whether go this way, that way, this way, that way, you'll have that urge that whatever it is, whether you exercise your more than one option, more than one way of approaching the situation, or you choose one thing, whatever it is, I think in the time to come you will just proceed with whatever suits you best at that point in time. Let me get a little more on that. Okay, Judgment. I wanted to get a little more on the Two of Pentacles, and the Judgment card did come. So I think you're analyzing what happened in the past, or the way you handled things in the past vis-a-vis what is there in front of you. So there could be a situation which has a strong bearing on something of your past, and you are looking back at the past to see that I did this in the past, and that's why you went into that hermit mode, that this is what has been happening in the past. Now the situation is different. Maybe we all keep changing. You are a very different person now, Cancer. So you are just weighing the past and the present scenario, past scenario, present scenario, past scenario, present scenario, juggling between the two, and trying to reach a decision by taking into account everything that has happened, the kind of person you are, and you need to choose how to proceed with it. You're definitely going to move ahead with this, right? But you are going to consider all these things. Now let me get you this Two of Pentacles seems to be a little challenging. Nonetheless, any other challenge which you could be experiencing, Cancer? Page of Swords. Yeah, too many ideas. Page of Swords is also young energy. It is too many ideas about too many options. I can do this, I can do this, and I can do it in A, B, C, D, E, F, these ways. I have A, B, C, D, E, F approaches. Which, how should I, what approach should I use? So there is a lot of confusion. That is your challenge. But, and what's your guidance? Let us see. Oh, Ace of Pentacles. I think, whatever seems to be the most practical approach for you, right? Between these two pentacles, you will choose one. Definitely, for sure, 100%. You are going to choose something from what you have thought of, and I think whatever you feel is most practical, most doable, you will proceed with that. That is what these cards are telling. Now let me get you a little more guidance before I get you the outcome card. What guidance can we give Cancer regarding this? Outcome would be, at the end of it, how is the situation, what is it going to result in? That would be your outcome. But for now, let us take a look at additional guidance for you. Your best is changing all the time. That's exactly what this Two of Pentacles and this Judgment card connects with. That, at a certain point in time in life, whatever you did, that was the best you could do, given the kind of experience you had, given the kind of knowledge you had, and given the kind of person you were. Now that has changed, because over a period of time you have changed, thought process has changed, experiences have changed, you have grown. So what you are going to do now, you can just take a few things from the past if you want to, but it cannot be something which was there that time, because the whole situation has changed. Right now, whatever your situation is, what will it result in? Let me get you a card for that. What is going to be the result of whatever Cancer chooses, whatever Cancer does? At the end of it, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is, you will realize, you will understand that what your heart actually says, what your intuition actually says, has always guided you, is always going to be the best possible thing for you. When we have too many options and you rely on your intuition, you, as it is being a strong water sign with strong intuitive abilities, you will realize that you must always pursue what your emotions tell you, where your happiness lies, where how your heart guides you, how your feelings guide you. Because our feelings, when we feel we experience emotions of an event which we are playing out in our mind, the kind of emotional response your body gives you is a very clear indication whether that will make you happy or it's not going to make you happy. And the more you focus on that, the more you realize the path clears up, the more clarity you get very easily, because that's your body's response which says yes or no. Your energy feels down, no. You feel happy, you look forward to it, it makes you feel optimistic, happy, bright, sunny energies fill you up, it is yes. So in the outcome of it, you will realize that if I follow my intuition along with what I would really want to do, and see how that makes me feel, that is going to really strengthen your intuitive energy and your psychic energies as well, and you will know where your happiness lies and how to pursue that also. So if you like this reading, do subscribe to the channel, and thank you for watching, Cancer.